How many rides can I do today at Disney World's most difficult park? Hey there, Mam Fam. It's time for another ride challenge. Today, I'm at Disney's Hollywood Studios where I'm gonna see how many rides I can do in just 3 hours. When I did this challenge over at Magic Kingdom, I was able to hit double digits, which is actually more rides than are even in this park to begin with. There's only 9 rides at Hollywood Studios, and that's why it's Disney World's most difficult park. Because where they lack in quantity, they make up in quality, with almost every one of those 9 rides being a banger e-ticket attraction. Not talking to you, alien swirling saucers and Star Tours. Don't worry about it. But because there are so many incredibly popular, amazing rides here, that makes it a little more difficult to navigate at times. You're talking longer lines, harder to book lightning lanes, and specifically for a challenge like this, bigger scale attractions that are gonna take longer to get through. It obviously takes a lot longer to do Rise of the Resistance than the Mad Tea Party at Magic Kingdom. So we've got our work cut out for us today. Drop your bet on how many I'll get through in the comments, and let's go. Here's how the game works. The minute I step into my first queue, we are gonna put 3 hours on the clock. And as long as I get into a final queue before the timer goes off, that attraction counts as well. I will be using lightning lane throughout the video today. In fact, I'm walking in with 4 bangers already booked, which should absolutely help get through this challenge. We know we're getting at least 4. Well, actually, I shouldn't even say that. What if something terrible happens, like one of them goes down? Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. And I will be booking new lightning lanes, hopefully, throughout this video. And I'll let you know what I'm booking, but I'm not going to be doing a full lightning lane breakdown in this video. If you'd like to see that, we've got a 2025 lightning lane guide. We've got using lightning lane in this park specifically. And I can't believe it, but we're getting close to having to do a 2026 version. But as you can see, it's quite busy here today, so we'll see how we fare. We're starting with a double whammy right here on Sunset Boulevard, specifically with Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, no longer presented by Haynes, soon to not star Steven Tyler and the rest of the band that sang the hit single off 1998 cinematic masterpiece Armageddon soundtrack, and instead to be featuring the Muppets. So the long official name, if you didn't know. This attraction is incredibly popular. It has a 48-inch height requirement, making it the tallest height requirement in the park. And that's because it goes upside down not once, not twice, but thrice. Very thrilling coaster, always a fun time. And as you can see, it's very popular. Line backed up out to here. So I'm glad we have a lightning lane. Thank you. All right, we made it in, which means the clock has started. Here we go. Already looks like there's a slight backup in the lightning lane, so this is perfect.
What are you guys still doing here? You were supposed to be at a show. Now.
Hey, wait a minute. We can't leave these people here like this.
We can't?
No.
Well, guys, what do you expect me to do? Send them all with you?
Wait a minute. I love that idea.
Rock and Roller Coaster, check. Now that took over 20 minutes, and that's not even a long ride. That's a 90-second ride, but between the pre-show and the safety checks, it's not a super efficient load and unload. You know, it takes a minute. So patient pants always, but also that's why this challenge is a little bit different. Goals are different than at a park like Magic Kingdom because, again, a ride like Dumbo, much easier and faster than rides that we're doing now. Thank you. I think we're gonna do, I don't know, 7? 7's a good goal. No repeats, I'm gonna say. Unless I get through all of them miraculously. But like, I'm not gonna just go ride Star Tours 10 times. Because 1, I'll throw up, most importantly, honestly. And 2, that'd be a really boring video. But obviously now, we are headed to the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, a tried and true beloved classic here at Hollywood Studios. It has a 44.0-inch height requirement, and this drop style attraction is going to take us to the Twilight Zone. But maybe this time it'll be fine. Maybe nothing bad will happen to us.
Hollywood, 1939. Amid the glitz and the glitter of a bustling young movie town at the height of its golden age, the Hollywood Tower Hotel was a star in its own right. The time is now, on an evening very much like the one we have just witnessed. Tonight's story in the Twilight Zone is somewhat unique and calls for a different kind of introduction.
You really should have taken the stairs.
welcome back those of you who made it.
A splendid attraction. How can you not love Tower of Terror? Well, I guess if you're afraid of heights, that's a pretty obvious answer. But it's a banger, and what a fun group I had. It was a bunch of people that had never been on it before, of all ages, and everyone was screaming, and it was like really fun. Also, shout out to cast member Evan for being amazing. Don't forget you can send in cast compliments on the My Disney Experience app. You just need to know the first name of the cast member and then try to know their hometown or their college that's printed on their name tag, and then the date of your interaction and where it was, and then it'll have you pick like from a variety of canned answers as to what they did. But that really does help the cast members out. They get those from their leaders and it goes on their record cards and things. So that's always nice if you've got cast members that help make a lot of magic for you, make a little back for them. All right, at this point, we have been doing this for about 45 minutes, 2 very great attractions down, and now we are headed to Toy Story Land because I have a Lightning Lane booked for Toy Story Mania. I also, after tapping in at Rock and Roller Coaster, booked one for Alien Swirling Saucers. It's a little farther out, so I'm going to fiddle and try to get it for earlier. And then I also have a fancy ride for Rise booked, but Rise is down right now, so we'll see what happens. That's future Molly's problem.
Welcome to the backyard.
Made it into Toy Story Land. As you can see, it is quite busy here this fine afternoon. And was fiddle-faddling, trying to move up Alien Swirling Saucers, and got by a sneaky Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. And if you're keeping score at home on the Lightning Lanes, I could book another one right now, because I only have 2. But the things that I could easily book are Smugglers Run and Star Tours. And those can be pretty easy to book at any time, especially Star Tours. So I'm not booking those right now because I'd rather see if I can snag a harder Lightning Lane like Slinky Dog or Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. But for now, let's head to the OG Toy Story ride, Toy Story Mania. Still one of my favorites, the interactive 3D game where you are going to play with Buzz and Woody and Rex and Mr. Potato Head and all your favorite Toy Story characters. All right, snagged an earlier Alien Swirling Saucers. It's in 45 minutes, so I guess technically I could like do this and then go do Smugglers and then pop back in here for Alien Swirling Saucers. That's probably the most efficient thing to do as far as like not backtracking too much or walking too far away in the park. But for now, let's focus on this amazing attraction, which has no height requirement and it's just a root and toot and good time. Don't you think so, Buzz? You know what's funny is we have a lot of ride footage in our like drive where we store all of our files because we've ridden these rides so many times. We've filmed the rides. I have the least amount of footage of this ride and Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin because I'm so competitive. Even when I'm by myself, I find it hard to film it because I want to play. So I'm always like trying to explain how to get the secret targets and stuff, but I don't have great footage of it because I'm too busy. I'll do better. I'll try.
Ready to score some points.
You're clear to break play. Let me up.
Hi, Buzz. Okay, banger, as always. So much fun. I just love that ride. And the good news, we were able to fiddle-faddle our Alien Swirling Saucers till about right now, so we're gonna go do that. The bad news, Rise Resistance is still down, so I got an experience redemption, which means I can go whenever it comes back up, but that does mean when it comes back up, the Lightning Lane will probably be backed up a little bit, and that's an already long experience, so maybe I save that one till the end. And the worst news, I got by a Slinky Dog Lightning Lane. But we're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trying as we head towards Alien Swirling Saucers, who was not a pain in the Alien Swirling Saucers today, which I appreciate. Alien Swirling Saucers has a 32-inch height requirement, and it's a somewhat of a spinner-style attraction where you're going to be on a turntable in a little car being pulled by the aliens, and as you round the different turntables, you're going to spin around, kind of like you're tubing on a lake. If you've been to Disneyland, it's the same thing as Tow Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. If you've been to Tokyo Disneyland, it's the same thing as Baymax's Happy Ride. And if you've been in Shanghai, it's the same as Bullseye's Roundup. It's a silly little cute fun ride that I laugh at every time I ride it, but I also don't want to wait more than 20 minutes to do, making it a perfect filler ride, especially if you've got little ones. I forgot it.
I think you misunderstood the question. Identification, please.
It's just this. It's just my face.
And you want us to believe that's you?
Yeah, it's my face.
You can say that, but I don't have to believe it. Stay out of trouble.
I'll do my best.
We'll be watching.
No promises.
Go on. We have eyes on you. You enjoy your day now.
You too.
The first order will be watching you.
They wanted my ID, but I know better than to give my documents to these clowns. No. Anyway, I used my face for ID, so that wasn't technically lying. Anyway, Alien Swirling Saucer's done. We've been doing it. We've got about an hour and a half left. Doing pretty good. Great news. Rise of the Resistance came back up, which is why I'm obviously in Galaxy's Edge. And it still only has a 35-minute wait because it just came back up, which means hopefully the lightning lane's not too backed up yet, which means we're gonna go ahead and knock out Rise. And then I went ahead and booked Smugglers for right after. And then I was able to snag a Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, but it's for after this time limit will be up. So I'm gonna try and fiddle-faddle that for sooner. Also know we can do Star Tours whenever, because that one only has a 5-minute wait right now, and or very simple lightning lane to book. And then I guess that leaves Slinky Dog as the problem child. Who knows if we'll get to Slinky Dog. But again, future Molly problems. For now, let's go join the Resistance. Rise of the Resistance is one of, if not the most popular rides in all of Walt Disney World. And it's really more of a 20+ minute experience than it is just a ride, which is great, but also bad for when you're doing a time challenge. But we're not going to ever complain about riding this bad boy. It's going to put you directly in the middle of a battle between the First Order and the Resistance. Multiple different ride systems, incredible animatronics. It's got a 44.0 inch height requirement, and it is absolutely jaw-dropping. All right, a little backup on the lightning lane, but this isn't too bad, and they will prioritize the lightning lane after downtime, so hopefully we'll get on pretty quick.
Your interrogation awaits up ahead, where we will get all the information you have of the Resistance out of you. Any holo scans can be taken on the other side of the hangar bay.
A bad feeling about this. Hello. Hey.
Enemies of the First Order, we will soon snuff out your meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay.
You have what I want. Hurry and don't be caught. Lieutenant Beck will guide you. Recruits, for your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, you go to the burner.
Anyway. I said down!
I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm! All personnel to their stations!
Your efforts are wasted. Great job, recruits. Thanks to your heroism, the location of the Resistance base is secure.
All right. Well, the good news is, I guess for time, half the ride didn't work. If you watched our single rider video where I did all the single riders and talked to you about it, I like was really angry after doing Rise because it cuts off the first parts of the ride, the whole experience, like the Ray Room and the shuttle. Well, that's the path we just went. So clearly that's where they were having issues with the downtime. Actually, it was that or Kylo because he was in his spaceship outside tonight. And I get it, like running just that part of the ride is better than running none of the ride, but it really does bum me out that if that was your first experience on that attraction, you missed so much. Like, it bummed me out in Single Rider. It bummed me out even more paying for a lightning lane. And I've been on it many, many times, very luckily. So it would really, like, it just, you know, it's just a bummer that if you're a family on your first trip, or even, you know, not your first trip, you don't get to ride it frequently and you pay for the lightning lane, and then, you know, the first third of the experience isn't there. It's just not the same. But, you know, that does happen with lots and lots of attractions at every theme park, especially the more technologically advanced ones. The more tech involved, the more things that can mess up. So I will say the family with me, first time on it, they were loving it. They had no idea they missed anything. So still a great experience. And now we are headed to the second attraction here, Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run. This is the simulator that puts you inside the cockpit of the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy. It has a 40-inch height requirement, and you're either going to be a pilot, the best position, a gunner, the medium position, or the engineer, you're there too position, as you help Hondo Onaka get some maybe or maybe not under-the-table business deal type supplies, we'll say. It's only got a 15-minute wait right now, but I have a lightning lane anyway. There's also Single Rider here. And let's step aboard. Still trying to fiddle-faddle that Mickey Minis for earlier, and still looking at Slinky. Otherwise, it looks like, I think Star Tours is my next stop after this.
For another mission, excellent! You will be intercepting a first-order train shipment of coaxium. Push forward to fly down. Oh, watch it, right pilot. Make the jump to light speed. You see, just as I promised, my friend. Come on, let's get another container of coaxium. The cargo is breaking, quick, shoot it! Good job, my friend. Yes. We got the coaxium. This will greatly help the resistance. Now after my modest profit.
All right, Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run, check. Ooh, it's getting blustery out here. And I was able to fiddle-faddle Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway to about 20 minutes from now, which means I'll have time to ride Star Tours on the way. And then I think the only thing left is Slinky Dog, which I just got for a lightning lane. But we're doing pretty good. Pretty shocked, actually, with how busy the park is. We've got less than an hour, and we'll see how many of these last ones we can get done. Star Tours, The Adventures Continue TM, is a 3D simulator attraction, the OG Star Wars attraction, and it takes you on some kind of random adventure, which is actually what I think the cool part of this ride is. There's over 50 different combinations of beginnings, middles, and ends with different characters and locations from the stories, so it can be different every time you ride it, which I do appreciate, even though this ride makes me really nauseous. It has a 40-inch height requirement, 40, and again, if you're like me and get motion sick in simulators, this is probably not the one for you. But more competitive around here, so here we go. I did book a lightning lane for it. I don't know why. It's got a 5-minute wait right now. It's literally not even necessary. But, you know, I've got it, so might as well. And once we tap in, I'm going to keep trying to get Slinky Dog. Look how cool the Ewok village looks actually at night. This looks really cool. Wow. Wow. There is like no one here. There's me and 6 people. This is crazy. I will say this is an excellent filler ride if it doesn't make you sick. It very rarely has a wait over 15 minutes. It's fun. Again, there's a lot of rewritability. It's an excellent filler ride in between all these bangers that you don't need to book a lightning lane for, but it sadly makes me want to barf.
You know I can't fly this thing. We're looking for this rebel spot. Have you seen them?
All right, Star Tours complete. I really do wish that I liked that ride. Like, I wish it didn't make me nauseous because I do think it's fun. I like not knowing what characters we're gonna get. This time we got to see Poe Dameron and Bill Weasley. Like, it's always fun. And I love the music in Star Wars, but it just makes me so nauseous. So that is my truth. Could be worse, I suppose. But now it is perfectly timed. We've just got just a few minutes until I can tap in over at Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We've got about 35 minutes on the clock. And then I guess I could just go get in the Slinky Dog line if make it. Because that was my rule, was as long as I'm in the queue. I keep fiddle-faddling though, hoping to get a lightning lane for Slinky Dog. But we may do it. We may get them all done in this 3-hour time block. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is an adorable family attraction, no height requirement, that puts you into a cartoon with Mickey and Minnie and Goofy. But that's not important right now, except for the fact we're very worried about Goofy. But this attraction is adorable. It's got some really fun technology, not only in the pre-show, but all over the ride itself. And it's the first ride themed to Mickey and Minnie, which they deserve. So let's hop on into the cartoon, see how long this takes, and then see where we're at with Slinky.
Let's take a ride. Sometimes we're here to stay. Everything is just so peachy.
Oh, hiya, folks. Want to take a ride on the train?
Just the cutest ride. I love doing that one every time. Makes me smile. And now I've got about 15 minutes left on the clock, and no luck with finding a Slinky Dog lightning lane. It got me a couple times throughout the day. I wasn't able to book it because I'm not a resort guest, so that one evaded me today. I also started this later in the afternoon. I think I could have been successful. Probably more successful had I done this in the morning, but I'm not a morning girly. But regardless, my rules state that as long as I'm in the queue by the end of the timer, I get to ride, and it counts. So we're headed to Toy Story Land again. And you know what, this actually works out pretty well as well, because one of my tips is to ride Slinky Dog at night, because one, it usually has a shorter line. Two, this whole land is just so unbelievable at night that this ride's even better when the sun goes down. And it's got a posted 40-minute wait right now, which really isn't too long for Slinky Dog Dash. Most things in the park are around that. 35 at Tower, 35 at Coaster, 40 at Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So 40 at Slinky Dog's pretty good. And we're gonna clock it to see if that's relevant or not, if that's true. But could be a good hack if you're not able to secure a lightning lane or don't want to purchase lightning lane or want to re-ride, to come do it in the evening. Slinky Dog Dash is an adorable family coaster with a 38-inch height requirement, and it is, I like to say, above the Barnstormer, but below Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. It's kind of your next step in your roller coaster journey as a kid. But it is truly fun for everyone, especially again at night, because I always make the joke, it has more bark than it looks like. It's got some fun moments. It's obviously adorable. Queue's cute. It's also outside, which is another reason you want to ride it at night. But let's finish strong. Pop into this queue with about 12 minutes to spare. Fun little Easter egg if you go through the standby or you turn around in either lane. The back of the dog tag, which is serving as the wait time sign, has Buster on it and his address, which is Andy's dog. my 3-hour timer just went off as I'm in this queue. So I did it. Well, almost. But all 9 rides. Been in here like little less than 15 minutes, so it's moving pretty decently. I don't know if 40 seems low, but we'll see. Little tail. All right, well, it ended up being like exactly 40 minutes. I believe it was 39 minutes when I was getting into the vehicle, which is really not too long for Slinky Dog, but it was very accurate. And I think more importantly, counting the rest of the wait and actually riding Slinky Dog, I did every ride in this park in like 3.5 hours, which is honestly, I did not think that would happen. I thought there would be no way with how many bangers there are in this park and how it can be really difficult to use lightning lanes here. And even not getting a lightning lane for one of those popular rides in the park, we were still able to do it in a very short amount of time, which is pretty cool. So hopefully you had fun following along, and let me know where we should do this next. I'm guessing Epcot maybe, or we could go over to Universal and do it. To do it at Animal Kingdom right now, I would either have to open what I'm doing as opposed to just rides, because there's not a ton right now, or lower the time. So suggestions welcome, or we could do a park hopper one. I don't know, let me know. But this is fun. I always like doing these kind of things because it's fun to just see how a day in the park flows. Hopefully you picked up some tricks and tips on how to manage your time here at Hollywood Studios. And in the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe, follow us on social media, come hang out with the Man Fam in Discord, check out our Patreon for behind the scenes and bonus content. And until next time, friends, I'm Molly, and it's truly been magical. Good night.